The hype for Clair Obscur Expedition 33 continues to go insane. People are still raving about the game. Even Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, has commented on the game on Instagram, saying, quote, "1 million copies, and to this day, one of the best rated games in history. And yes, it's French. Congratulations to Sandfall Interactive and all the creators of Expedition 33. You radiate boldness and creativity in French." The reception is so strong that we might even be getting DLC, and we'll be talking more about that later in the video. But first, if you're looking for the ultimate way to experience Japan from the comfort of your own home, our sponsor Sakura Co. brings you the best snacks from Japan. Sakura Co. is a monthly Japanese snack box that highlights traditional and seasonal treats from local makers across Japan. Each box includes artisan snacks like mochi, dorayaki, manju, and more, offering an authentic taste of Japan delivered to your door. This month's Sakura Co. box is themed around savoring Osaka, highlighting its culture and traditional flavors with artisan snacks. What I love most about Sakura Co. is how it connects you to different regions of Japan through food, tea, and even home goods, such as this lovely tenugi, or this delicious fukamushi sencha. You also get a cultural booklet in every box with snack descriptions, allergen info, and insights into Japanese traditions. So let's go ahead and give some of these a try. This right here is the strawberry cream cookie. Okay, let's give it a bite. The filling on the inside is so good. Okay, so next I want to try the egg koban senbei. Go ahead and give it a try. You guys, Japanese snacks are the absolute best. So bring a part of Japanese culture to your doorstep every month, and click the link in the description or pinned comment below, and use the code NIGHTSKY to save $5 on your order. Clair Obscur has reached an insane level of praise. That is, save for the contrarians who are trying to review bomb it. As we mentioned previously, the game currently sits at a 9.7 user score. That puts it at the highest user score for any game of all time. An astounding achievement, but something that video game and especially RPG contrarians could never let sit. As noted by an article over on N4G.com, there's been a wave of people dropping baseless reviews of 0 or 1, saying things like, boring, a mix of already played JRPGs, I don't like the characters in the setting, or this score, which is a 3 out of 10, saying everything is good except the combat is not true tactical turn-based combat. Okay, so everything about the game is good except the combat's not tactical enough for you, and that nets it at 3 out of 10? Don't you think that's a bit hyperbolic? There's something about gamers, especially RPG fans, that just cannot help but be contrarian about this stuff and have to bring a game down if too many people like it. This being said, despite the fact that there has been an influx of haters, this hasn't been enough to bring down the game, as fans of the game are continuing to show their support, which is keeping the game at a 9.7 in terms of user reviews, with, as of the recording of this video, almost 5,000 reviews in. And the popularity of the game is not slowing down anytime soon. Physical copies of the game are pretty much sold out everywhere, with the devs even commenting in a tweet saying, quote, "We are aware that we have sold out of physical editions at various retailers. Our distribution partners are looking into restocking. Sorry, the demand has been higher than expected in many regions. Please stay in touch with your local stores for more info. Tomorrow comes." So it's very clear this game is exceeding the developers' wildest expectations. If you've been trying to get a hold of a physical copy, then you might have to wait a little bit longer. However, sorry to say I can't relate. A huge thank you to Sandfall Interactive for plugging me in with a collector's edition. The art book that it comes with in particular is absolutely beautiful. Though hopefully in the coming weeks, more copies of the game physical will be made available, and that will, I imagine, include more collector's editions, as collector's editions sold out almost immediately when they were first announced. And it looks like soon more people will get to experience the incredible story of Expedition 33, not through the game, but through film. That's right, a Clair Obscur Expedition 33 film is apparently in the works. I know what you guys are thinking in reaction to this. Man, that was fast. But actually, this film deal was made all the way back in January. The folks behind the film are a self-described dynamic media company known as Story Kitchen, with their announcement saying, quote, "We're thrilled to collaborate with Sandfall Interactive to bring the rich, immersive world of Expedition 33 to the big screen," said Dimitri M. Jim Johnson and Mike Goldberg, co-founders of Story Kitchen. The game's compelling narrative and complex characters provide a solid foundation for a cinematic experience that will resonate with both gamers and moviegoers alike. Their portfolio includes the Sonic the Hedgehog film trilogy, as well as the recent Tomb Raider live-action adaptation. At the very least, Story Kitchen does have experience with adapting video games to film, and it does seem like the Sonic movies have done exceptionally well, and while I think that Clair Obscur is a story that has a lot of potential to adapt to film, there are also numerous concerns that I have with this. For starters, Clair Obscur has a very otherworldly sense to it. Every single location is absolutely gorgeous, with fantastical landscapes, things floating in midair, and other really expensive things to bring to life. So if this is going to be a live action film, I don't know how you do this without an insane budget, of which it's really hard for me to imagine a film like this getting, and I want to have faith in this movie. I want it to succeed and deliver the same experience within a film. It's great that they did the Sonic movies to tremendous success, but something like Clair Obscur deserves the type of adaptation that we got from The Last of Us. The type of adaptation that not only gives all the game's major points space, but also gives those moments and those characters opportunities to be fleshed out even further. I think this is a big reason why we've seen so much more success in video game TV series adaptations than we have seen in video game film adaptations. In terms of casting, details aren't quite known yet. However, a lot of people on the internet want Robert Pattinson to play Gustav, but if you want my personal opinion, I think Charlie Cox should do it. I mean, he literally already plays him in the game, and with a little bit of Hollywood hair and makeup, he can literally look like him too. Now let's talk about DLC. Don't worry, I'm not going into spoilers, at least not yet, but I do at the tail end of this video and let you know some of my DLC predictions, but I'll make it very clear when to click off, don't worry. The game's lead writer, Jennifer Setberg Yin, took to Instagram and was responding to her followers. The fan asked, quote, "Can you answer one question? Are there any plans about a DLC, or to see the expeditions before?" She said, quote, "Nothing concrete that I can say at the moment. We're honestly still trying to process everything that's happened. It's been a lot to take in. We've always said if there's a strong desire from players that we'd love to do something more, and based on the responses so far, I'd say chances are good." So while this doesn't mean DLC confirmed, and that should not be your takeaway from this, as she clearly states that nothing is concrete, it does mean that the game is doing well enough for the company to consider doing more. But really, I have to hand it to them, because anything that they do for DLC would truly and actually be extra content for people who just loved the experience. Story and content wise, this is one of the most complete modern video games that I played. I feel like you play games a lot of the times nowadays and you can point to specific parts and be like, yep, that is going to be part of the DLC, but there truly isn't anything like that in this game. But if they do want to show us something on previous expeditions, or something that expands the lore even further, I would definitely welcome that. And it's at this point, I will talk a little bit of spoilers. So if you haven't beat the game, this would be a good time to click off of the video. I'll give you a few seconds to do so now. Okay, so in terms of where they could go for DLC, I think Expedition Zero would be incredibly fascinating. This could allow us to see more of Verso's struggle and contextualize the ending even more. Aside from this, one of the things that's only briefly mentioned in the game is the writers, and they're described as a rival faction against the painters. My assumption is that in the same way that painters can create worlds inside of a canvas, writers can do the same but in books. A very similar power indeed, but I wonder in which ways the writers differentiate their powers from that of the painters. I'm also extremely curious on why they were warring with the writers anyway. What is the backstory here? Though whatever happened, it was enough to kill the real Verso, and to greatly disfigure Alicia. We currently don't have all the answers, and I think it's left that way on purpose. And if a hypothetical DLC does explore this, it may also give us a look into whatever Clair Obscur 2 story is, as there is so much room to expand this universe, and I think this is exactly what I would want to see most. But these are just my thoughts, and I'd love to hear yours in the comments below. Be sure to check out Sakura Co with a link in the description below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Later, guys.